Okay, so for the installation of Jackie up onto an A-frame jack trailer, first thing you do is you take your wrench and remove the A-frame jack from the trailer to start with. Those bolts that you're removing, you'll save because you'll use them again when you go to bolt the A-frame bracket onto the Jackie up bracket onto the trailer. So remove your bolts, set them aside. Set them aside, pull the jack out, set it aside. Then you'll get the Jackie up comes with its mounting bolts, the inner bracket and the outer bracket. Undo those bolts and save them for future use. You'll use these bolts to bolt the brace onto the jack with. So once you get that removed and take this out of the inside of that, save this for future use also. And we'll assemble that here in a second. Now you take your Jackie up receiver, line it up with the original bolt holes on the trailer. You may have to turn it a third of a turn at a time to get all the holes to line up, because Jackie up is universal to multiple trailer type A-frame jacks. Once you get it lined up to where all your bolts line up like they should, stick your stick the bolts that came originally with the A-frame jack back through your Jackie up receiver, and then you'll tighten them back down just like they were originally when the jack was being held in place. Okay, and that's it. The Jackie up receiver is now bolted to the trailer. So now you take your jack that used to fit on the trailer and you want to insert the mounting bracket, reinforcing bracket, over the top of the jack. Slide it down over the jack handle, down to the top of this. Again, you want to turn it a third of a turn at a time to where those holes line up, similar to what you did with the base plate. Right there, all three holes are lined up. Stick your bolts through from the top down in all three holes. And now put the nuts on the bottom side. The nuts have a self-locking feature built into them, so once they tighten down against the metal, they'll lock themselves into place. This bracket greatly strengthens the A-frame jack's original brace, allowing you to maintain the integrity of the original jack. And you tighten those down like they were, and that's it. You now have assembled the Jackie up brace onto the jack and the Jackie up receiver to the trailer. Now to assemble those, you just push the jack down through the hole. Again, line this groove up to come down through there, turn it a third of a turn, and then when the jack comes up, it'll come up into those holes. The notches, again, that are there are designed to keep it from wanting to spin once it comes under load. And again, if you have your Jackie up foot or any kind of foot receiver, you can take that, push it down underneath there, turn that like that, crank it, up you go. It's that simple. This is very, very sturdy. The jack won't come loose because this is inside this receiver body, so it can't really come out of there. These bolts now come up into this notch, which keeps it from ever wanting to twist and come out of there, because these bolts will hit those notches. Again, when you lower it down, you just got to go about another 2 turns. Once it comes loose, line this up, and that picks right back up out of there. And that's it. Again, nothing in your way. The tailgate can come down. Don't have that problem at all. You have nothing protruding out the bottom for a problem with bending the jack over. And again, it makes it much more difficult to steal a person's trailer once it's hooked up to the vehicle.